I'm here speaking with none other than Dame Zandra Rhodes. How are you today?
I'm wonderful, and it's lovely to be here, thank you. I like to think that I design clothes that are above fashion. You know what I mean? So you're just going to wear it, and okay, you might have a new pair of trousers one time, but put them with an old pair of socks and a different top.
Of course.
And I think that more and more it's important that we don't just feel that we should keep changing what we wear. You can change the approach. So, for example, you can wear different things so that you don't have to keep buying new.
Absolutely. And back to speaking about the textile museum that you founded over in London, such a monumental place. How important was, textile and sustainability when you started the concept of this museum and sort of where it is now?
Well, I founded the museum because I felt that textile designers weren't remembered in the same way as fashion designers. You don't always remember the person who designed the textiles, but people remember the fashion. But I felt they were equally important, so that I was hoping that when we did exhibitions with fashion, the designer of the textile would be equally memorialized as the person who did the garment.
Absolutely. Now tell us a little bit about being here for Flummunity Fest. How much have you been enjoying this past weekend?
I've just been overwhelmed by the wonderful enthusiasm of the audience. The fact that the shoes transcend fashion. The fact that, okay, you can have a new pair of Fluvogs, but you can equally wear a pair that you bought 10 years ago. And they're equally they show them off equally, and the whole audience have got their own characteristics. That wonderful speaker who was a doctor, who finds that the shoes break the ice and people can talk and relax in her presence. I think that it shows you that clothes are more than just something that we wear. They have a story to them, and the more we think about things like that, the more we're going to be aware that things are sustainable and you're not just wearing them for no purpose.
Absolutely. And what story do you think that your collaboration with John Fluvog tells?
Gosh. Well, this particular story of these wonderful sneakers with all this gorgeous work going on, and then the print, I actually designed this print in the 1960s. And it happened that when we were talking with John and his wonderful team, that's how we came up with using these. So it was fabulous. And then my classic wiggle on the belt, so that it's been wonderful using all of that.
And is there a process that goes into, this is a design that was conceptualized in the 60s and we're sort of bringing it back, which I think harkens back to this conversation around sustainability and reusing and holding on to things. What sparks that idea of, I had this amazing design way back when, and I'm going to bring it back to life, or even finally to life now?
Well, I've done several books on my work, and I sent those books to John, so I think it's more that he and his wonderful team with Arabella and people like that looked through and found things that they felt were applicable to what they wanted to put on the things now.
Amazing, a bit of history repeating itself.
History repeating itself and designs being memorialized.
Amazing. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
It's lovely. Thank you for having me.